Fellas, do you feel like you're drifting through life? You're lost. You're not happy with where you are. You're still searching for that purpose. Maybe you're reading all the personal development books. You're doing everything that YouTube tells you to do. Maybe even everything your mentors tell you to do. But yet you still feel lost. You still feel confused. And you're like, dude, I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. That's because there's one missing piece that's not part of your equation. And that missing piece is creating a clear vision. You have to have a clear vision. You have to know what direction in life that you are going. Because if you're just like, fuck it, I'm gonna go this way. And then the next day I'm gonna go this way. And the next day I might go this way. And the next day I'll go this way. Come on, dude. Like, you're a grown-ass man. Stop running from your responsibilities. Stop running from the man that you know you're meant to be. You know you're here for a big purpose. And you're tired of being miserable, but yet you're not doing anything. All you have to do is create a clear vision of where you want to go. You don't even have to know exactly where you're going. You just have to create a clear vision, a general vision, okay? So, if you find yourself in those shoes where you're like, dude, I'm tired of doing all these personal development things and the spiritual development, and I'm still not on my purpose, I get it. Trust me, I know. When I first got out of the Marine Corps, dude, I was lost. I was lost for many, many moons, literally up until, I don't know, less than a year ago. I think I got out in 2018. I ended up going back into the reserves, but dude, even when I was in the reserves, I was hopping job to job. I was unsatisfied with literally everything. The happiest time of my life was when I was broke as shit and I was sleeping in a tent in the middle of a desert for an unknown amount of time. But today, I am here to share with you that missing piece that's gonna help get you, at least you're gonna be able to create action steps in your life to go north, to go south, to go east, to go west. It doesn't matter what direction. Right now, all you have to focus on is figure out what direction you're going in. You don't have to know exactly what mill or what degree you're going on because you're going to refine that. So today I'm going to show you guys how do you get clear on what direction, north, south, east, and west, that you guys are going, okay? So, as always, got this doohickey here. So, I want to emphasize, guys, you're not broke either. Like, there's nothing wrong with you. Like, you're doing all the right things. You are staying disciplined, you're hitting the gym, your nutrition's on point. Some of you guys are like meditating. There's always something that we could do. But for the most part, you're doing the right thing. But now you have to be able to create it up here, okay? Because whatever the mind of man can conceive, it will achieve. But if you don't have that clear vision of the future up here and you're not thinking about it, you're not going to create it out here, okay? So, hope that makes sense. Sometimes I say things that I'm like, what? But I know I listen to these videos later, I'm like, damn, I'm good. So if you think I'm good so far, comment down below. If you think I'm shit, comment down below and maybe I'll get better. All right, I'm looking at my handy dandy notes. I just want to make sure I'm saying all the good stuff, right? So, how do you guys create a clear vision of the future? We've kind of spoke about it before in a previous video. It'll be somewhere down here. It might be at the end screen. But it's silence the noise. Gentlemen, we live in a world where there's too damn much going on. I mean, we wake up, we go to the gym, we take our supplements, we eat, we go to work, we come home. If you're in a relationship, you got the relationship, and then on the weekends you're going out to the bars with the boys, or you're just going to do something with your spouse or a woman or whatever. But how much time do you actually have to sit with yourself and think? to clear the noise of your everyday life. Because every time you're doing something, you're creating noise. You're adding to the noise up here. You're watching videos, movies, you're adding to the noise. You're scrolling on your phone, you're adding to the noise. You're listening to music, you're adding to the noise. You're talking to friends, you're going out to the bars, you're adding to the chaos, you're adding to the noise. So step number 1 is silence the noise. Boom. Silence the noise. And you're like, dude, I have no idea how to do that. Simple. Sit down in a place without distractions, put your phone in the other room, and just set a timer for 20 minutes. Just sit down and just sit there. Right? And maybe like if you have some really messed up thoughts, get a journal. Look, I got mine right here. Boom. Journal. You write down what those crazy thoughts are. You don't have to freak out and react and like, dude, everything you're experiencing, it's just something from the past. Now you're just simply observing the noise and you're accepting it and you're letting it pass. And journaling helps you recognize it, accept it, and let it go. You're not attaching to it anymore. When you can't let things go, you are attaching, you are literally holding it back. And what you resist persists. So you're unhappy from being cheated on or some bullshit. I speak from experience. You can't forgive that person, so what? You're constantly going to attract experiences into your life where you're feeling unfulfilled, like you've been betrayed. You can't trust people until you learn to let go, and you let go by forgiving or just saying, you know what? That experience back in the day, that traumatic experience, I'm just going to feel it, let the energy flow through my body, and then I'm just going to let it go because it doesn't serve me anymore. I think there's a Hawaiian saying, Ho'oponopono. I forgot exactly what it is, but look up Ho'oponopono, and I'm curious to know in the comments if you guys have ever heard of Ho'oponopono, because that shit helped me so much, just to release and let go. Because once you silence the noise, a lot of your insecurities, they're going to start coming up. A lot of traumas, a lot of things that you've probably been suppressing for a long, long time, they're going to come up. But on the other side of those traumas, this is where the inner work comes in, guys. When you can face those traumas head on and you just see it from a place of love, from a place of compassion, and see yourself, instead of feeling guilty or shameful for that experience you had, for doing that thing, just say, I have compassion for that version of myself that did that, because he was simply doing the best thing that he knew what to do with what he knew at that moment. So have compassion with him. If you did it again, different story, but have compassion. That releases that negative energy, that negative feeling, and then you're going to be able to release, let go, and then move on to the next step. That next step is gain clarity of a specific idea. And I say specific, but be broad, like specific idea. Are we going north? Are we going south? Are we going west? Are we going east? Just pick a direction. You like fitness? Fucking go in that direction, dog. You like doing art? Go in that direction. You like cars? Go in that direction. Go as far as you can see, and when you get there, you're going to see further. So I feel like that one's pretty clear, right? And if you don't know where to start with that, simply do the things you love to do on a daily basis, or make more time for your hobbies. If you love playing music, play music more, because when you surround yourself and you do the things that you love doing, it's when you love doing something, that is an authentic connection to your higher self, to your purpose, to who you truly are. And when you resist that, you're resisting yourself. You're denying yourself. So when you do pick up the guitar and you start playing and you're just flowing, then you're going to start to get different ideas. And then you write those ideas down. And then you keep doing it over and over, and you write all these ideas down, and you combine them, and you're like, oh shit, I can do this, this, and this. Or what if I could do this, this, and this? And then you take out, you've already overcome the fear, doubts, disbeliefs, the ego, or you're working on it, right? Whenever you do that, then you're gonna be like, dude, this crazy ass idea, all these things that I've been writing down, I've combined them all. I think I might be able to make this thing happen. And then you do it and it builds your confidence. And then you're gonna start to build that success and more confidence. And it's gonna turn into action and more habits. And this is gonna become a part of who you are. So I wanna encourage you, just do the things that feel good. And if you don't know, if you're just like lost as shit right now, bro, sit down, set a timer for 20 minutes and write this question down. If money wasn't a thing, what would I do? And I know a lot of you would be like travel or shoot or I don't know. What would you guys do? Comment, I don't know. And then choose something that you would do then, do it now. Maybe that version of yourself that where money doesn't exist, he goes to the gym every day. Go to the gym every day. Maybe he runs marathons or competes in martial arts or he does shooting competitions. Sign up for a shooting competition. Sign up for a marathon. Have something to work towards because you never know when you go to that event, you might meet someone, looking at the time, you might meet someone that can help open you up. So remember, go as far as you can see and then you will see further. All right, this next one, super important. Create your core values. That version of yourself in 10, 20 years, who do you want to be? Get specific on who you want to be. You don't have to, again, purpose is not what you do, it's who you are. So who do you want to show up as on a daily basis for yourself, for your relationships, for your family, for your friends, for the people that follow you, if you're an entrepreneur, if you run a business? Who do you want to show up as? And write those characteristics down. Is he resilient? Is he disciplined? Is he loving? Is he present? Is he like, just create that version? Does he have that inner peace within himself? Then you can take it a step further. Maybe he meditates. Maybe he does breath work. Maybe he travels. Maybe just what kind of person do you see yourself being in 10 years? Not doing, but being. And then start trying to like reel some of those in. If you're not resilient, but that version of yourself is resilient, find different ways in your daily life where you can show up and be resilient and practice what you would be doing then, doing it now. Because you cannot, like everything exists here now. This can get real weird. Everything exists here now. You just have to match the frequency and what you want. And you match that frequency by being and doing the things that are in alignment with that version of yourself. Hope that makes sense. I probably lost half of you guys. So write down your core values and then start and ask yourself daily. This is the hard part. You're in conscious competence phase of learning where you know what you don't know. Now you just have to consciously do it over and over and over. And this is where spaced repetition really comes in. Over and over and over until it becomes unconscious competence, where you can do it without even thinking about it. People ask you your first name, you know it, right? And then people ask you, oh, where are you going in your life? And then you just know it. Like what kind of person you want to be in 10 years. You just know it because you've been practicing it consciously, making decisions throughout your life that align with that vision that you've created, that clarity. And then the how, the business or the big idea, all of those things are going to come. And I promise you when they come, it's probably not going to be it because you will know when it's it. I've run through businesses, I've run through ideas, I've done a lot of things and I scrubbed every single one of them except one. And now I'm doing stuff that that was completely off my radar 3 years ago. And I'm doing it now. I'm like, how could I not want to do this? Like, why would I just want to do fitness? So you don't know what you don't know. So just go as far as you can see. Be that version of yourself now. Hold those characteristics and execute and practice withholding those values, those morals that you wrote down about your higher self now. Make those conscious decisions daily. Start thinking as if you are. Think as if you're already him. Obviously, don't go out and buy a Lamborghini, but you have to feel good. Be as if you are. And when you're being, you want to make sure you're feeling good. That's the key word, feel good. There's a difference between like being like lustful or in like bad vibrations, you're doing things out of spite, you're like, yeah, but you're like, I'm doing it for good, but in your core, it's like really tight. If like you want to do things that expand you, make you feel good, not collapses you and condenses you, okay? Next thing, reverse engineer, baby steps. So you figured out who you want to, kind of like what you want to do in 10 years. If money wasn't a thing, what would you do? Okay, you want to go travel, you want to do all these things, then just reverse engineer it. Tell yourself, okay, year 10, I'll be living on a yacht with my family, having a financial business. Okay, good. What kind of financial business do you want to do? And again, this vision is going to be changing all the time. This is just going to help you build clarity for your next step. And then once you get to that step, you might shift everything. You might not be on a yacht. You might be on a private jet. Okay? So constantly refining and just reverse engineer. And you guys want to be as detailed as possible, like literally getting down, like reverse it to this day. Go from like 10 years to 8 years to 5 years to 3 years to 2 years to 1 year to 6 months to 3 months to 1 month to 1 week to today. Who do I have to be today? Because as long as I'm being that person now, it's just a matter of time before I get there. That's the hard part. People have problems with patience. They think because they do something for 1, 2, 3, 4 years, they're entitled to like what they've been working towards. But brother, I'm here to tell you that God gives to those who wait, to those that are patient, and to those that are faithful. If you can't do those 3 things, you will not inherit the riches and the kingdom of heaven. You might inherit some money, but that money is not going to last long at all because your foundation is weak. So start reverse engineering, writing down baby steps. And even if you're just like, okay, I've got year 10 planned out and then like today, good, that's reverse engineering. And then maybe tomorrow or 5 weeks from now, you fill in the center part. Something just pops up. You just fill it out. And then later down the road, you're just like, yeah, I don't want to do that anymore. I want to do this instead. Or maybe I'll do this in a little bit of a different way. You're just constantly adding it. We completely fuck up the idea of purpose and reverse engineering where it's like, this is exactly what I'm going to do and I'm not going to do anything but this. No, you have to be adaptable because we are evolutionary beings. When we change, our thoughts change, we get new perspectives all the time. And if you're just growing, or if you're trying to like do things from the same perspective that you've always done perspectives from, that's Einstein's definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. You're going to get some results, but you're going to be working your ass off. You don't need to work your ass off to be in purpose. As a matter of fact, if you are working your ass off, you are not in your purpose. And if you're not feeling good, you're definitely not in your purpose. So, baby steps. Have a little bit of compassion. Start with waking up early. Start with going to the gym. Start with yourself. You don't have to be making the money right now. Now, the final step, let me check that time real quick. All right. We just talked about it. Step 5, embody it daily. Guys, it's so important. Blue pen, white paper. I want to encourage you guys, write down what it looks like for you to embody that version of yourself now. It doesn't have to be business oriented. I want to focus on the person himself. How does he act? How does he think? How does he feel? What does he do in certain situations? Does he work out? What kind of workouts does he do? How many times a week does he work out? What's his nutrition plan look like? All of those things. Start doing something small. Write out a list of 10 things. Pick 2, maybe 3 things to choose from, and then start doing those daily. And once those are habits, add one more thing on. And once that's a habit, add one more thing on. Next thing you know, like your entire life, your schedule is literally evolving around that version of yourself. And now that you're doing those things, you're thinking the way that he thinks, you have that emotional intelligence, you're making decisions based off of the way that he would make that decision, your future self. It's just a matter of time. It's called a lagging indicator. It's just a matter of time for your current self hits your higher self, and they just merge. So you have to do the right things long enough consistently to have patience. When things don't go your way, have compassion with yourself, brother. So those are the 5 steps of helping you create a clear vision for your life, for your purpose, whatever. I love you guys so much. If you got something from this video, please comment down below, share it with a friend, like, subscribe to the video. I would appreciate that because we're trying to grow this mission, guys. I'm really trying to do some great things over here, but I need your help. I cannot do it alone. So please do that for me. I love you guys. Peace and love, and I'll see you at the next video.